Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Benny. I've been in a slump for probably a month and a half. I recently started reading again and I thought that I would make a video trying to get out of a slump. I didn't read for like a month after reading a sad book that I wanted to make a video with, and I filmed the entire process of me reading it. I did not finish that video. I went to do like a reading sad book for a week and then I ended up not finishing that because I realized that I started it while I had to move. I now moved and I started a new job, trying to find routine into this new life that I have for a little bit, and I've been struggling. I'm not gonna lie, I've been struggling. I'm a little bit tired and I feel a little bit burned out, but I miss YouTube so much and I want to get back to it. The only thing is that I make videos with books, and that's been a problem because, as I said, I've been in a slump. I'm going to show you the books that I've been reading for the past month and a half. I don't know how, but like I don't know. I just don't have, my brain is fried, but I think I'm getting out of it. I'm trying to look for the other book that I read, but I can't find it. Oh, the first book that I finished a little bit ago, and the only reason why I finished it is because I was at the hair salon and they, as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell with the light, but I have red hair right now and they messed it up so many times. I literally had to do 3 different dye to get to where I'm at, and I was in there for 7 hours. So the only reason why I finished this book is because I was bored as hell and I literally had to do something, so I read this book and I finished it, and that is Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the second book in the Natural series, and I'm not loving the series, and I think that is why I've been on a slump, and I kind of regret buying the third book, to be honest. Like, I still want to get, because it's not bad, like it's so bad, like I'm gonna give it a 2. It's not gripping my attention as much, so that is why I've been, I don't know, I was reading this book for like a month, so I think this put me into a slump. And then I was doing my book journal, which it's a video that it's gonna come out this month, and while I was doing that I was listening to this book, and I did end up reading the last like 100 pages or maybe like less than that, and I really liked it, but yet again wasn't very excited about it. And right now I am reading Wild Love by Elsie. This is a new release that I still have not finished because 1, I'm in a slump, 2, I've been struggling with like fixing everything, like putting everything into my schedule and kind of like balancing work and YouTube at the same time and my life, which it hasn't been a lot, but at the same time like I wanted it to be. So more than halfway through. I'm at page 293, so I have this much left. I've been liking it a lot, and I'm not surprised because I love Elsie Silver books. I think they're so much fun. They do something to me for some reason, so I am liking it, but yet again, like I don't think this is a 5 stars, unfortunately, even though I love Ford. He's the brother of Willow, which is my favorite character in the Chestnut Spring series so far, and I love that, and we had a little cameo in it. I'm loving their relationship. I'm not loving the main female character. I don't know why, but the banter, it's amazing. Like, I'm laughing out loud, and I think like so far from the books that I've read from Elsie Silver, which I read other 2 books, the first 2 books of the Chestnut Spring series, the banter was not as good as in this book. The main male character is the most thoughtful man I've ever read. I'm very excited to keep going with this. I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna start this. See you later. Bye.
Got this song up inside of me, in a world I don't wanna say, just the same damn thing. What's your height, what's your age, what's the price of your way? And every year we're expected to show all the things that we were able to grow. When you're making half the money but the cost is double. Quiet life of desperation, but it ain't gonna make me too much longer.
I finished Wild Love by Elsie Silver yesterday, and I really liked it. I gave it a 4.5 star. It's not a 5 stars because it didn't give me that 5-star feeling, but I really love the writing. Obviously, I love Elsie Silver writing so much. And the man that Ford is, he's just like incredible. He's an incredible person. I teared up right at the end for a little something that happened. I love that Elsie Silver always includes another type of plot within the romance. It is still very connected, but at the same time there's like another thing going on rather than the romance, and it makes everything so much more interesting. I love the pacing. I loved Ford so much. I love the connection that they had. They had history, but at the same time Elsie Silver didn't bring like the past into it. Like we had 2 point of views, Ford and Rosie, but we didn't have like the past. Like she included like a diary, and you kind of know the history, and also through their sentences and stuff, like you kind of could understand what history they had. So it was amazing. So basically Ford is Rosie's brother's best friend, and they grew up together. I really love that relationship, and I love the idea of the music. And also I'm so excited for the second book. I don't know when that's gonna come out, but I'm really excited. I think I'm gonna love that one because it follows West, which there is like few pages at the end of the book, which I did give it a look. I didn't really read it so much, but it follows West, which is Rosie's brother, and we have a lot of him in this book, and I just love his energy. I think he's very fiery, very interesting, very like unperfect, but that's the point, and I just love main male characters like that. He's just very energetic, and I'm very excited for the second book. And I think the female love interest is a singer, which it was mentioned in this book, and I don't know, I'm just like really excited for that. So far I'm loving the series, and this was a really good start of, yeah, I give it a 4.5 stars. So I'm very happy. Do I feel like I'm out of the slump? Not yet. I'm excited to read the next book, which I don't know what it is. Feeling a romance or a fantasy. I think like I need something in between those two that I'm kind of excited to read, and it's like Picking Daisies on Sundays. Mostly I'm excited because it's set in New York City, and I'm excited for that. And or Dark Water Daughter, which is a fantasy with pirates in it, and I'm excited, but at the same time this book, it's 500 pages. I'm going to choose the next book, and I'm going to come back to you when I find it, because at this right moment I have no idea. Do it. Come on. Look at that. It's been a few days since I last spoke to you, and I think the last thing that I said is that I was going to choose another book to read, and I did do that. I chose, I think, When in Rome by Sarah Adams or something like that. I didn't read them. I did start a little bit, and then I didn't do it. And I've been really struggling with this slump. I think I've been in a YouTube slump, in a book slump, in a slump in general. With that being said, I feel guilty about reading books that don't bring me any kind of knowledge in some ways, like as of right now, not in general. Like I'm feeling weird about distracting myself in a silly world with like a romance and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm just like trying to have patience with myself. It's hard to focus on other things, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is that trying to figure that out and having so much on my mind at the moment, it's been hard to both try to distract myself, because I'm like, I don't need to distract myself at the moment. I need to focus on what's important. And I think that is why I've been kind of like struggling with getting back into reading. So I figure that maybe I should read some more deeper books or about topics that are on my mind at the moment. I don't want to like take out the importance of having a book that just makes you laugh and makes you feel good. Like I am so pro that, and I think it's really important to distract yourself and to find something that just like brings you joy, like a romance or like a romantasy, fantasy, whatever. Oh my god, I'm still in a slump. I haven't read a book since Wild Love, which was the last book that I read. And we are at, I think it's May 15th, and I've read one book this month. So I don't know what is happening to me. I don't know why. I don't know what I need in order to get back into reading. I really miss that downtime, and for some reason reading makes me feel productive, because if not, I'm gonna be on my phone, and when I'm on my phone I usually don't do much. Obviously it's not being productive. I miss reading. I miss reading, even if it's just for fun. I feel like it's a hobby that it's not scrolling on your phone 24/7. I think I'm gonna start an audiobook, because in that way I can do other things at the same time, and at the same time like I'm getting into another book, which it's something that I like, that I want to do, and then maybe afterwards I'm going to keep reading it. I don't know. Trying everything to get out of this book slump, even though like literally my phone, I don't know, I deleted TikTok because that's been a problem. Like I've been on TikTok too much because it's like the most instant distraction, but that's not good. I haven't been watching YouTube videos that much. I haven't been watching movies or anything. Like I've just been on TikTok too much, and I've been also struggling with my attention span, and I feel like that also affects the fact that I'm in a book slump, thinking about any situation that I can change in order to get out of it. But I'm taking it myself slow. I'm being gentle with myself and patient. I'm sorry that I'm not uploading any book content, but if you couldn't tell, I'm in a book slump. I'm going to journal for a bit. I will talk to you probably tomorrow. Hello babes. I don't know when was the last time that I talked on this camera, but I ended up finishing today actually the Midnight Library audiobook, and I don't have the physical copy of that, but I wish I did, because there's so many things that I wanted to annotate. It was so good. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.5 stars, maybe a 4.25, because there is like, so excuse me, I'm filming. I really like the book. I really loved the concept of the book, and also I loved that ending. It was like, I think, the right ending, and at the same time it wasn't, you know, like too cheesy, too unrealistic. I think it was really good, and I was tearing up at the end, which it made me really happy, because that means that I connected to the book a lot. The only thing about this book is that so basically the main character, Nora, she goes, is it Nora? Basically, at the beginning of the book, she's not happy with her life and she wants to end it. She basically is at one point stuck in like a limbo or like purgatory, I've heard people say. I'm not really sure, but basically this place is the Midnight Library. So it's basically a library full of books. Obviously, every book that this library is, it's like a life she can live in another universe. You read about her going through all those lives and what the outcome is, what the lesson is. But I feel like she goes through so many lives that at one point, I feel like in the probably like 60% of the book, you kind of get bored, because you're like, okay, whatever, like we get it, we get the point. But then it starts to pick up again right at the end. Like right at the beginning was really interesting, and then a little bit right in the middle, or a little bit more like through the end, I got a little bored and I stopped listening to it. And then today I started again because I wanted to clean my room. I wanted to fix my wardrobe because it's been bad for a long time. So I picked up the book again, and I really liked it. I really like the ending, so I'm very happy that I finally got the chance to read it, or at least listen to it. I feel like it's really sparking in me wanting to read. After that, I also started, Good Girls Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. This is the second book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and I'm also really enjoying it. I gave the first book, I think it was like 4.5 stars. I read it in my 24 hours challenge, and I really like the other one, the first one, and I wanted to continue because I want to get to the third one. That people say that it's a big plot twist, which I'm very interested to know what people are talking about. So I want to read this one, and I'm also listening to it because it's on Everdeen. What is the app called? Because I found out about this app and I don't think a lot of people talk about it, or at least like I haven't heard anybody talking about it too much. It's Everend, and you basically pay a subscription. This is obviously not sponsored. You basically pay a subscription of like 10 euros, $10, whatever it is, and you have so many book selection and you can read as much as possible. I mean, you can listen as much as possible, and they also have ebooks which are very interesting, and it's like very cheap comparing to Audible, which I love because they have like more selection of books, but at least there's a lot of them and they always add more, so I highly recommend it. Anyway, going back to this Blood, I'm really enjoying it. Now I kind of want to do some more of my book journaling, is that I'm going to listen to it a little bit more, and then I kind of want to do my nails because this is the state of my nails. It's literally, I've been biting them and that's not good, so I feel like I want to do something with my nails so that I stop doing that, and I'm going to keep listening to the book. And so as far as my book slump, I think I'm getting out of it. I'm not out of it completely, but I think like I'm getting out of it. Like right when I finished today the audiobook for The Midnight Library, I immediately wanted to start another one, which I usually have been very going towards like listening to music and just like trying to distract myself with YouTube videos or like TV shows and not really listening to any books or reading any books. So I feel like we're in a good start, and I'm very happy about that because oh my god, it's been a while. So I'm gonna keep listening to Good Girls Bad Blood, and I'm gonna let you know when I finish that. But so far so good. I'm loving this one. I'm 20% in the audiobook. I'm at chapter 8. So far so good. I'm really loving it. I think we are really getting into, I'm understanding and kind of like grasping what the book is going to be about, because I was really confused about the ending of the first book, and I'm like, why is there like 3 books? Like, I don't know. I'm like, is everything happening in this town? So I ended up finishing Good Girl Bad Blood. I've listened to all of it, and I feel like listening to books at this moment, it's kind of like taking me out of a slump, because I feel very hyperactive lately and I need to do stuff, and at the same time listening to books really helps me to focus on things. So I've been really loving listening to books, and honestly the audiobook for this, the entire series audiobook, is really good. The first book I did like 50%, I read it, 50% I listened to it, and this one I listened to all of it. And now I started As Good as Dead, which is the third and last book. I wanted to read something different, just like to give myself a break, but honestly, like after finishing this, I'm addicted to the series. I really love it, and I wanted to read the series because of the reactions of the third book, so it seems right for me to start the third book. And I've been listening to the audiobook. I'm at chapter 13, so from the book I'm this far in. This is a big book, so I am excited to keep going with this and like see how I like it and see my reaction to it. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep going with this. I don't know for how long I'm gonna keep going with this video. I've been filming for like a month probably. I have to do my laundry. 2 big baskets of laundry that I have to fold, so while I listen to the book I'm going to do that. And I'm also transferring all the footage of like the videos that I'm filming, because all my 3 cards are filled and I need space, and I have a lot of content to be editing, and I'm very excited for that because I've missed editing a lot. And so yeah, that's the update of my reading slump. I feel like I'm getting out of it. I think the last step, once I finish this, I just want to read a book, like really read it, and I can call myself out of this reading slump, hopefully, because I really miss just sitting down and reading a book that I love. So yeah, I think that's the next step after I finish this. I'm pretty like quick at finishing audiobooks because I put them like at 2, not because like I want to finish them ASAP, it's just that I can't focus if they're going slow. So I have 6 hours and 19 minutes left. I'm really loving the series. It's such a good series. It's so addicting. I love the main characters. I love everything. This book was really good. I gave it a 4 stars. I don't think I mentioned that. The first book really got me. Plot twist, it really got me. This one, I was a little bit underwhelmed, but I still gave it a 4 stars just because the entire, the rest of the book was amazing. I love the characters so much. Up to what I've read so far, you get a very different perspective from the main character Pip and like what she's gone through. I think it's so much darker. I mean, it is darker, but like so much deeper because she's actually struggling with like some internal things, and I feel like it is refreshing, not for her but like for us reader. It's refreshing that we are at the 3rd book and it's still very interesting and you still get other sides of the characters. It's very cool, and I love when that happens in series because it's repetitive, and I feel like this one was a bit repetitive from the first one, but that's the point. And now we get like a whole different thing, which is really fun. So I'm gonna keep listening to it. I'm gonna put my headphones on and I'm gonna keep listening and doing my laundry. I have finished As Good as Dead, and it was so good. 5 stars. 5 stars. Few days have passed since I finished this and I cannot stop thinking about it. I literally want to order every single Holly Jackson book because her writing, her thoughts, her ideas, her research are amazing, are 10 out of 10. It honestly scares me how accurate, at least like it felt accurate. I'm not really sure if it was accurate, but it was so good. It was like filled with so many fun things to discover as a reader. Like there wasn't one boring moment to this book, and I'm very happy about it because I think it got me out of my reading slump. I already started another book, but I'm filming another video, so I actually decided to end this video here because I ended up reading half of the book because I was so into it that I didn't want to do anything else. And I mean, the second part of the book was really interesting, but even the first part of the book was amazing. It's like, it ties up everything from the right beginning, even though I wish we had a longer epilogue. And I hope we can get another book with Pippa and Ravi because I want to see how their story continues. Hopefully that happens. But I love this book. I loved it so much. It was literally so much fun, and I just love her writing. I'm so amazed of like how much information and how fun this book was. It was so much fun and I really liked it. And I finished the series. I mean, not really. I'm still missing the novella Killjoy, but I think I'm not gonna like buy it. I think I'm just gonna listen to it just to like wrap up the story. But I'm very happy that I finished the main 3 books, and I'm very excited for July because I discovered that the new TV show about Good Girl's Guide to Murder is coming out, and I can watch it because I read every single book. Got to read it and it got me out of my reading slump. I'm very happy about it because I was suffering. It was a struggle to be in a reading slump. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have zero clue how long this video is because I've been filming for like a month and a half, probably even 2 months at this point, because we're like halfway through June and I'm finishing this video now. I don't remember when I started, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time, and I'm happy that I'm out of a reading slump. I'm freshly out of my reading slump, so I really have to be careful not to fall back into my reading slump. So I'm being really conscious about it. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!